Good morning. It's like 6 something. Time to get the day started off on a good note. And as every day, with a morning meditation. Right now, we are beginning work on the Muladhara Chakra, or at least addressing it. Just kind of looking at it, seeing what it is, what it's all about, why even bother focusing on it, trying to do anything with it at all, why even bother to know that it exists. So the Muladhara Chakra is the first, again, of the 7 chakras in the chakra system that I have grown close to, because it addresses the things that are important to me in my own spiritual growth, and it has opened up a way for me to see them through a different lens, through a lens that I had really never considered before. Muladhara Chakra is the root chakra. Again, this is kind of based in our deepest, most unseen place. Instincts. And what are instincts? They really are just beliefs and habits that have trickled down generationally. We don't all have the same instincts because everyone's, many people are from many different places and require different levels of instinctual awareness and aptitude. For many whose daily struggle has been survival, those survival instincts continue to be passed down. And for those who don't, it doesn't quite trickle down so much. So what are my instincts? What are my most common reactions to situations? And that is a combination of programming and experience. And programming, genetic and social and cultural, environmental, familial, and then again kind of linked in with my experiences. Those are my instincts. So I have to say, well, what are my instincts? What am I most likely to be compelled to do in any given situation? And so that's what I address at the root chakra. I determine what kind of responses I want to make to situations. I decide, when a situation happens, ultimately I'm like, you know what? I just want to live. I want to continue to live. I want to thrive. I don't want the situation to be the end. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to spread love. And so I allow that to be the guiding force behind how I respond. Instead of instincts, which oftentimes can be fight or flight, there's a more deliberate, thoughtful process at play when I get into pretty much any situation. And so a lot of that stuff, again, I say is kind of trickled down generationally. And so I come to a point where I say, well, let me take responsibility for my role in the perpetuation of so many things. What kind of, young men and women do I want my children to grow up to be? And what are the things that I am teaching them? What are the things that they are seeing from me, that they are learning from me on their own? What are they leading them to? And further, how is that going to trickle down to their children, et cetera, et cetera? So this is just fundamentally some of the things that we address here at the root chakra level. And as I kind of mentioned yesterday, a strong foundation gives a better opportunity for a structure, a building, a plant, a tree, a human being to have a strong edifice. A weak foundation often leaves, doesn't mean that things are going to blow down in the right circumstances. A large tree with weak roots may thrive because there may not be winds, there may not be storms, there may not be things that put that thing in danger. And so in some places, one can have a weak foundation and still thrive but that's not true for me. There's lots of shit, pardon my language, there's a lot of shit going on in my life all the time, and I have to have strong roots in order to be able to withstand it all and to continue to be who I am, to do what I do, and to focus on and deliberately just kind of cultivate the energy that I am trying to deliberately cultivate. So that's what we got for today. The color for the root chakra is red, so I will be donning this red top throughout this part of the meditative series. So without further ado, I'm gonna just jump right into it. Sitting in a position that's comfortable that I can remain in for 15 to 20 minutes without being uncomfortable, without feeling fidgety. It's not to say that fidgeting is wrong or moving around is bad. It's not. It's just that I myself am personally more likely to stay focused if I am comfortable and don't have to move, if I don't have to readjust. I can get into this meditative space and remain in that groove for as long as the meditation lasts. So, looking ahead, not focused though, taking deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice deep breaths, filling the lungs with air. Drawing in fresh oxygen. And releasing all impurities with every out breath. And with that next out breath, returning the breathing to normal in and out through the nose and closing the eyes. And with the eyes closed, settling in to the space where the body is physically situated. Being aware of the space around us. And turning our attention to the physical senses. Feeling the body pressing down against the seat and noticing the contact of the body with the seat. Feeling the contact between the hands and the lap. Noticing any sounds as they come into our awareness and disappear into the ether. And noting any strong smells or tastes that may be lingering in the mouth. And taking a few moments to give the body some attention, just to see how it's feeling today. Starting at the soles of the feet and working our way up to the crown of the head, just slowly but continually scanning upward, noticing any points of comfort or discomfort, strange feelings, no feelings at all, and not stopping to focus on it, but just noticing and continuing to scan upward. shifting our focus to the breath without controlling or directing it in any way, just observing the body do naturally what it does with no active thought or contribution from us. And where do we feel that rising and falling of the breath today? Is it the same place we felt it yesterday? Is it high in the chest, in the lungs? Is it in the diaphragm? Is it low in the belly? As we settle into the focus on the breath, we take a moment to begin our day with gratitude. We search our mind for those things for which we are thankful. This morning, I am grateful for the life into which I was born. With its hardships and triumphs, struggles and happiness, for all that I perceive to be good or bad. It has all been one giant learning experience for which I am grateful. And so I simply say aloud, thank you. And setting the stage for the day, I determine the thoughts that I want to entertain, the direction that I want my mind to go beyond my thoughts. I feed my body that which is beneficial for its growth and continued optimal performance. I create a good foundation upon which to build my life. I am deeply connected with all of nature and my fellow man. I feel safe and secure, and all of my needs are met. And with our focus set for the day, we return that focus to the breath, observing the body, masterfully do on its own what it does. If it helps the focus to count the breaths, then just count the out breaths to a count of 5 before starting again at 1. If the mind begins to wander, carried away with thoughts, it's okay. The moment we notice, just return the focus to that rising and falling of the breath. If the mind begins to wander as soon as we notice, just bringing that attention back to the breath. And just for a few moments, releasing all focus and allowing the mind to do what it wants for just a few seconds. If it wants to think, let it think. If it wants to focus on something else, just let it. And just returning the focus to the breath. As we become once again aware of the space in which we are currently sat, in the place where our body is physically situated, feeling the weight of the body pressing against our seat and noticing that contact, that physical contact between our body and the seat, between our hands and the lap. Noticing any sounds in the vicinity, any strong tastes or aromas. Coming fully back to the present. And when we're ready, slowly and gently opening the eyes with that same relaxed focus ahead and retaining our position for just a moment. And there we have it. Thank you for meditating with me this morning or this afternoon or this evening or whenever this might be that you happen to catch this. Thank you for hanging in there this morning. We're going to continue through the Muladhara Chakra for the next, I don't know how many days. We'll just see how long it takes to unfold and to really take hold and take root, as it were. But we'll do it again tomorrow. Have a great day. Spread light and love. Thank you, Shanta.